Greetings and salutations! This is Jason Silverain, and today we're going to be doing a complete playthrough. This is a little 30-minute visual novel. It's called Juniper's Knot. It was released in April 2012, actually. God, it's getting on now, isn't it? And it's published and created by Dischan Media. It's for free on Steam. However, you can donate to this, and it might be worth it. Apparently, you can access the 9 tracks included with the game. Those are free. So if you enjoy the music, this might be one for you. There's also an extra gallery with over 30 concept art and various odds and ends. I'll have to see what that is later. Much of these stone walls and floors have weathered into dirt and dust, revealing the foundation. Much of the ceiling too has crumbled to the ground, layering in flecks and bits. Below me is such tired soil. Tired soil. Pah! There isn't much to do here but burn dead leaves and wait. Watch the smoke rise, curl up fresh and tickle the inside of your nose. Dull as bones it is. But what can I do? I'm stuck. Some might say curse. I'd rather say bound. I don't like to think about it very much. I kneel to the small fire I've started, taking up a few embers and blow them into my palm. It's this glow that stirs me and reminds me that my heart is still beating. I bring the scorched earth close to my face, shut my eyes and breathe it in. I taste it and spit. It's barren. I'm probably going to wait here forever. What? There's an unnatural rustling not far off west. West, eh? The artwork's very nice, I will say that so far. What is it? Who? Another? Here? My eyes sharpen, my ears perk up. Feel my heart thumping into my throat. Should I be forward? Give a call? Would that work? Cry out, plead, help, help, damsel? A fool sort of a lie, would that work? No, go still, listen, just listen. Whatever it is, it's busy about here. Noise is tumbling rough from old doorways. Chests wide open, shops and homes are explored. A scavenger then? Someone has found this place. Hearing these sounds is just odd. It shouldn't be odd, but it is. Strange, I should remember such sounds. Oh, the noise is getting closer, is it? I'm imagining this? No, it's surely in the manor now, poking around the kitchen and lounge. I decide, on the chance it will find its way to the ballroom, to stand. I take good posture and wait this new company. And to my surprise, he shows up at the door within the next minute. A boy? A man? What manner of this... what kind of thing this again? He's carrying a pack and has a bottle on his waist. Maybe he's a traveller then. Doesn't look like he's noticed me yet. He's just wandered in, stared adrift. After a few steps I catch his eye. He moves a little closer to look me in the face. And then some more to see my feet. He stops there. He's staring now, doing nothing more. Come here. As if realizing something, he stiffens. His heart beats loud in the air. I need your help, so come on, come here. He doesn't bend. What is he up to? What does he think this is? Speak again, this time with a little bite. The hell are you waiting for, tit? Oh, have I been rude? Have I been rude? Oh well, you were cordially invited to move your dumb legs. The first conversational words I've spoken in centuries, they could have been worse. He shakes with fear and stands back. A fiend. Slow, are you? What does it matter? What you pissing your trousers for? Get over here. Ah, no way, you'll eat my soul. Oh, what? The A smile cracks along my face. Ah! Your soul? Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. When was it the last... So, when was it last that I laughed like this? I grin so brightly, watching, chuckling while he shrinks back a little and a little more. Now, person, you're just perfect. A jester, won't you lend an ear? Before I eat your soul. At my laugh he glares, steeling himself, he answers me. You're not catching me, you demon. Got that? I've read the stories. I'm tired, but I ain't stupid. Am I that? Am I that famous? Mercy, I left a mark. You know what I mean. Hell, I really don't. Fiends, devils, demons, yeah, well... Oh, yeah, nah. I know how it is. And how is it? Yeah, foul, foul. You try to trick people. Trick you? Trick. Oh, I really just can't believe it. What's happened in the years I've been gone? And what if I'm not trying to trick you, person? What if I just want to hear you? Just want to hear me? What the hell? Like, what is it you read, lad? Do tell, I'd love a story, I'm a little bored. I think I'll just leave. You turn tail on a bloodthirsty wicked fiend? Look, I know something dirty when I see it. You ain't fooling no one. He's so precious. Alright, I'll tell you what. I, like us fiends, devils, demons, am plainly trying to win your extravagant soul through my dastardly wit. Honest and true, I'm a rook. But please, at least tell me of what you've read. Why the hell do you want to listen to me so much? Because I'm bored, and your voice, I swoon. Bah, what's feathers. I really do want to listen. Would you be so kind? He's generally considerate. Such a delight. I do want to hear him. In the meantime, I look him over a little more finely. He's got a fair face, but through the fabric of his shirt, I can see that he's muscled. A surprise. Even soldier boys seem a bit lean back in the day, rode at Marley. I wonder what it is he does. He smells like an animal in the most pleasant way that can be said. It's quite good. Also, he has the faintest scent of watercress about him, mingled with black oil. A peculiar lad. I'd really better not stick around. I guess I can tell you some things, though. Yeah, I guess I can tell you. As long as you stay put, you hear? What's keeping me from you is more powerful than I care to challenge, person. Yeah, right, whatever. Here's a story from one book I read a lot when I was little. Pardon? I often find it very hard. I find it very hard to think of you any littler. Quiet. There was a cobbler in Whiteacre, nothing to eat. He was poor in dirt and he didn't have a girl and it made him real sore. He didn't have a girl? A dame, a sweetheart, he didn't have a wife. Ah, continue. Whilst he was walking down an alley, he met this man. He had on a dark cloak, a hood that covered his eyes. He had on a dark cloak with a hood that covered his eyes, and the cobbler couldn't make heads or tails of it. He stopped and asked the cloaked man if he'd liked his shoes worked on. That's stupid, why would he do that? Because he needed all the work he could get. Well, he should have gone around ruining shoes if what he needed was work. The cloaked man said he wasn't wearing his shoes, but he could use a new pair. But obviously the cobbler's a cobbler, so he don't make shoes, he tells him that. The cloaked man said, actually, I really could use new shoes. The cobbler looks at him and says he can get them if the guy's sick. The cloaked man says, would you do that? I'd do something for you then. The cobbler says, like what? The cloaked man says, perhaps anything. He leans forward darkly as he says this. I smirk at the action. Now, I know what you're thinking. You've heard this one before. I know how it goes. Well, you don't. Because the cobbler says, perhaps not. And he walks away. How exciting. But here's the thing. While he's walking, he notices the alley's longer than usual. He doesn't think about it, though. He just thinks he's tired from work and keeps walking. But while he's walking, he sees another man in a cloak. He stops and asks if the man could use his shoes getting worked on. The cloaked man says he doesn't have any shoes. The cobbler stops and looks at him and says he'd better get moving. The cloaked man says he really could use some new shoes. And while he's moving, you know. I nod. And he keeps running to this man in a cloak and he can't find the end of the alley. Actually, every time it gets longer and longer until he sees the man in the cloak. On the 8th time he runs into the man, he stops and asks, what's the game? The cloaked man looks at him with yellow eyes. Says he could really use some new shoes. For what? The cobbler says. I don't know, says the cloaked man. Sorry, I don't know, the cloaked man says. Perhaps anything. What do you want? The cobbler knows exactly what he wants. But fiends have yellow eyes and he knows a fiend. Nonsense, I actually sigh hearing that. So, what you're telling me, if this story's any good to adhere to, is that I might have already trapped you. Dunno, don't think you did. Why not? He shrugs. I don't think you did. I must say, your manner of storytelling is quite queer. What? It's strange. Oh. I don't know, it's just very strange to my ears. I guess. How's your story end? The cobbler gets desperate and makes a pact with the fiend to get new shoes. By the next day, the fiend will give him gold for him to do that. So the fiend gives him the gold, but he doesn't make it. The fiend traps him in the alley so he can't leave. His soul is taken and he's damned. The fiend eats his soul and leaves the alley for a farm. A farm? Yeah, I know. I snort. That's comedy. So it's comedy. I think it's supposed to mean something, but nah. Point is, don't get caught up with fiends no matter what. You're getting caught up with a fiend right now. Well, you don't feel right. A what? He shakes his head. Nothing. I look at him trying to figure him out. Figure out his opinions, his story. In the time he's told it, he seems to have taken another idea of me. I'm not sure why that is either. I appreciate you telling me that story. Don't mention it. So opaque. You still wary of me? Yeah, a little. I frown. Well, do you want me to tell you another story? The unsolicited offer throws me. Is he really asking? But no, if I'm too eager, I can't ask for that. No. I pause. No, I'm fine. If you say so, I'm gonna go now. Go? Yeah. I have to go, so I'm going. Begins to turn around. Stay, please stay. Please, I won't take your soul. Honest, I won't. And then, like an idiot, I move my hand out, reaching for him with a singular wanting. I move past the second meter, past this circle's edge, with my fingers, and withdraw with a start as they set afire. Dropping to my knees, I scream. I cry out and howl, clutching the flames and smothering them. Tears crawl down my face and I snarl with pain. I shut my eyes and moan. I hear him step a bit closer. Yeah, stuck there? I look at him up from the ground. I feel my teeth chattering. Oh no. I know why I want him to stay. Yes, I know. To rend him. Because as if it wasn't so funny enough that vines swept down from the walls and the grass is born from stone so close just outside this putrid circle. Now there's a human believing before me. Comedy. Everywhere but here, but near to me, my desolating blood. These years have damned me, cut and crawled beneath my skin. Scars invisible, but nevertheless blighting. I hate it so much. I hate the feeling it gives to my heart and the strength it takes in kind. I hate it. My flesh heats, and I look away from him. Looking into his eyes enrages me. How long you been there? Long enough to beg. Long enough, you hear. Too long I have been in this stinking pile. It doesn't matter to you. I want to know. Well, I don't want to tell, eh? Sorry, miss. Miss? Take a look at him. Sorry, I take a look at my clicking, stuttering hand. My sight's still blurred with tears. It's sizzling. Small blazes dance between the fingers. Take my tongue to it, soothing the burns. You're a bold one, eh? Calling me a flap. What? No, you're no flapper lady. It means something different now? Miss is just what you gotta... Well, sorry, Miss is just what you're supposed to call older ladies, out of respect. Lapping the flames from the back of my hand, I glance at him. That right? Are you okay? I suck my ring finger and squint. What's that? Alright, fine. Is that okay? Alright. Alright, I'm a fiend. Yes, heal fast. Though though I can still feel it snap and pop in the joints. I whistle cool air through my digits and take myself from the ground. Are you going to stay? I could. Oh, thank you. I'm actually lost right now. Lost as it lost, that's sweet irony. Don't look so adult, person, the irony's quite obvious here, isn't it? He squints. Think, after all, I cannot even be lost. Forever and ever I know where I am. Where I am is stuck. I laugh again, but he doesn't find it funny. He doesn't seem to find it much of anything at all. I quit it, wiping away a figurative tear. Oh, I know this place so intimately it read in your face. He jerks and gives his head a shake. If you know where this is, do you know where's more? So where is? I don't know what more is. I know moors. Moors? Like, moors, you follow? I don't know what those are. My, ain't this a dizzy jig we're dancing? Time's making fools of us both. His look's a bit hazy, as if he's having a hard time keeping his eyes fresh. I turn my head silently. What's moors, person? Where I was born, live. A town? A new town? City. Think it's been here for a while. That right? He doesn't speak, and I glance over quickly enough to catch him at the end of nodding. Did you know this place was a moor for a time? Yes, I don't know what is that? It is a dead place, a wet place. I too was born in a moor. Can't your stomach read a mood? Bleeding now, I was about to tell a tale. Sorry. You're hungry, is it? Starving. Us fiends, don't we only eat souls and only for pleasure? Quit joking. Joking? Hey, you got any food? What are you blithering on about? I look like I got food? I don't got any food, idiot. However, here. I thrust out my hands just before the barrier, palms up. Give me the chestnuts in your pack, I smell them. He hesitates. Why? so I can gobble them up. You know, you think I'll cook them for you. They're not long from the branch or the ground. Smells like you haven't cooked them, nor have you eaten them. You've never tasted them cooked. He nods slowly. I twitch my fingers, waiting. Is there something you want for this? Your company for the morning till noon. That it? I nod. Okay, deal. His words spoken like a knell, it resonates deeply, echoing, shakes ashes from the walls. Startled, the boy covers his mouth. Deal, was it? Here, did I just... you made a pact. He's shaking his head, his sighs. Wordlessly, carefully, he takes off his pack and opens it up. Withdrawing a bushel of nuts in 2 hands, he moves forward. I look down at him, still waiting. With steady movements, he brings his hands to mine. He holds my gaze, I don't move at all. But I do think... wait, couldn't I just, you know, quickly just... Hands tense, but ends with a thought. He drops the heap into my palms, my fingers curl around it. Again, I turn up my lips. Seeing this, he hops back. Give me a moment. Take all but one into my left hand, holding the last between my right thumb and forefinger. Opening my mouth, I bring it between my teeth and puncture it with one of my fangs. I bite through the shell, making a rough cut from one end to the other, and take it out. Observing the inner flesh of it, I spit out the shreds. Satisfied, I go to carve on the second, the third, the fourth, so on. When I finish, I hold the chestnuts aloft and make a hearth out of my hands. This will take a while, person, but not so long. Might we talk some? Sure. And have a seat. Where do we leave off before your stomach so rudely interrupted? He sits, chin on his knees, eyes half-lidded. More something. Ah yes, I'll tell you a story about Moors in return for yours. Rather than a story, a chat would be nice. I save a story for a bit later. What do you want to talk about? Moors. Oh, right. My Moor, mine. There isn't really much to say, come to think of it. Said you were born there. I, like all fiends, I was born in waste. You read about us, about how we make barren waste anywhere we stand, so unconsciously drain life from the earth for our substance. Pallid land. I cannot say that word. The air crawling slow and damp with miasma. The pith of plants choked, sterile. Feel my face twisting to scowl. Sounds hideous, I know, because it is. Did you grow up there? Neat question. I did. Had a mother and a father. Always got me wondering, is this where I'll be old? A bloody moor? Huh. Guess not. You left it then? Left it for many places. What was it like growing up there? Tedious. Maybe I shouldn't have brought it up at all, You just don't want to talk about it. That's okay. No, it's not a matter of okay, there's just not much to talk about. It's all very colourless. What about yours? My what? Your Moor? Oh, it's not really anything special, just your typical city. Typical to me is not the same to you. Well, it's big, loud, streets are packed with folks, lots of smoke and brick. Ma and Pa run a farm near there, 'cause they're crazy. Ah, is that where your scent's from? My scent? You smell like herbs and horses, quite adorable. You also smell like black oil, but I'm not sure where that's from. City's pretty modern, have to lift gallons of oil from place to place every Wednesday. Ah, tough. He nods. Huh. Very tough. Hey, knock it off, will you? I do hard work. Kind of slurs his sentence, but nevertheless is determined to appear strong. I believe you. For your noble, strong efforts, I think time for the story. You ready? He shrugs. I clear my throat, loosen up my shoulders, and somewhat posing my fire hand dramatically. Do you know the stars sometimes act as rain in the night sky? You mean like meteor shower? Hush. I've heard of it, but never seen it. Well, I've heard of it. I know because I've seen it. Imagine there's thousands of lights all bleeding from the cold Silverain mirror above, very slowly, very slowly. Follow? They're so slow that as they make the long stretch above you, you hardly notice their drag. Impeccable slowness. Imagine it. He nods very slowly. Nods in a way, drifting into my memory. And flash! I flare the fire in my hand. The chestnuts wax, spitting, crackling. He jumps, the light catching in his eyes. Flash, flash, flash. With his words, I stoke the flames. They lick up, dance wildly. Each brilliant streak cutting through the lights, independent and free. And then it dies. The magic in my palm fades and sighs. Pulses and fades, pulses and fades. His eyes glaze over, like this. Like a heart at last beating. Death is quick to these stars. Straying my eyes from the light, they so turned I hadn't noticed. I gaze upon the boy. Say, person, is that sorrowful to you? Huh? Thinks of an answer. It is. There isn't a right answer, person. You don't have to consider it like there is one. You think it's sorrowful? I do. That's interesting, truly interesting. I end the fire and leaving the chestnuts to cool. I blow on them and breathe on them, ears twitching. These done now. I hold them out to him. My end of the bargain's met. You know what? I'll do you a favour. I'll go ahead and roast the rest of your chestnuts in my fire here. I motion to the dead leaves. I'll do this for free, for no deal. All that's left is now for you to stay. Squinting, he waits a little, but soon he crawls forward on his hands and calves, pack in tow. He stops at the edge of the circle and takes the fruits from my hand. He looks at me, wearing a kind of ugly expression. What? Setting onto his rear, he keeps looking at me, a bit less ugly, but he seems to be wondering something. Eventually he looks at the nuts in his hand, his face softening. He shells one and pops it into his mouth. His face flushes naturally, he chews a little. Pushes his pack into the circle with his foot, shifting back a few feet as he speaks. Which part of that was the story, miss? Oh, look at you. Sorry, well look at that, you aren't entirely daft. I take up the bag from the ground and shake a little. It doesn't smell like there's anything more chestnuts in here. I open it up and check. Sure enough, finding things in excess, some with the burrs still on, some still green. I toss those. So, still rummaging through it just in case I might leave something of interest. There's not. This was a preamble. There's a story to it for certs. I told you I've seen this. Blinking, he nods. With a hollow sound, I crack one of the chestnuts apart in my mouth. I grow the fire at my feet and drop it in there. No more flashy tricks now. I reiterate these actions. I speak to the boy. I was not alone with these stars then. I was with another miss. Dropping another into the fire, I watch it fall. My eyes lose some of their colour. She was fair, young and human, a perfect miss. She was a charming girl. We would dance together, sing, press close when unseen. I was fascinated with her, I think, and so when she got melancholy, I brought her from town to those stars. I had an ache in my knees, knew the eventide would be crying, and figured that the beauty of it would settle her. The boy constricted his brow, chewing somewhat sadly. Oh, not to worry, not to worry. It did. He swallows. I've never understood the custom of man. I've always been free-thinking and never bound to the thoughts of others. My actions that night? No. My actions altogether. None took it kindly to it when she returned. What happened? What happened? Well, after I took her back to the hound, she was ploughed and beaten. Beaten and beaten and beaten and ploughed. I've beaten till she could not move or breathe. The boy stares, knotting his hand stiffly. The boy stares and knotting his hand, held stiffly only so near to his parted lips. I buried her under the sky where I last saw her smiling. He closes his mouth into a frown. A century later I returned to her spot and found an olive tree growing there. It was the sickest thing, gnarled and twisted it was. Furious, I raised the entire plant, its trunk, its bark, its branches, its leaves, and I scorched its roots. To torn out the roots, though, refrained not to disturb her. Yet last I'd seen it, it remained alive, born fruit and uglier than before. Isn't that the most wonderful story one can tell? No! I dropped the last of the chestnuts into the leaves. Didn't you mess up the guys who did it? Mess up? You're a fiend! You didn't eat them? I didn't eat them. What happens to them doesn't matter to the story. I want to know. I don't want to tell. Ugh, seriously, miss? You know, when kids in the neighbourhood mess with my kid brothers, I beat them in the faces with a stick. That's what love is, it's taking care of your mates. Love. That's what you figure from this tale, that I fancied her? Well, obviously. It's my story, person, not yours. Come off it. It's an old story, and it's only a story. Stop. What? Man. He chucks a shell in his hand against the wall at his side, with his expression sour. Fine. I was just entertaining you as I cooked. That's stupid. Bollocks. I don't want to hear that out of your fool ass. What's stupid? It's stupid, forget it. What is this? You starting? Your stone's dropping now? Drop them any further and I'll tear them out. Tear out your tongue too, you hear? Don't start with me. The boy freezes, hands hovering over his last chestnut. I'll rip off your legs, understand? Don't start with me. The last thing you need to be worrying over is your soul, since I'll rend you limbless if you start with me, and there won't be anything holding that soul at all. You start with me, I kill you. We clear, person? Quickly nods. I chuckle. You're a cute thing, aren't you? Quailing so tender. I can't move from here, person, you know that. Quivering, he speaks up. Just sounded pretty real. It did it? Boy lets out a large sigh, shaking as it leaves him. Still vibrating with fear, he mumbles, opening his last nut. There looks to be still bits of shell on the fruit. She does not notice until it's in his mouth. He frowns a bitter frown and calms down, now distracted by the taste. Some of these are finished, mind. I nod at the fire. Can toss them to you if you like, if you're still scared. Nah, I'm not. Rocks his head. I'm fine. And I'm pretty tired. Could you toss them anyway? I surely could, but also shall, but only if you agree to stay with me till sunset. It's noon already. It is. I sit down, lounging across from him. He stares, his vision slowing, jumping, trying to focus. Eventually he squints, lowering his eyes on me. Didn't you just say you'd do it for free? Not this person. I said I'd cook these, and I am. He furrows his brow and frowns. Fine, I'll stay with you. Deal. The ballroom rattles with a sound. He isn't surprised by it. I smile again. So, is that what you are? Tired? Yeah. I pick up a chestnut and throw it to him. He catches it somewhat dazedly. How long you been gone from your moor, person? Dunno. 2 days? Throwing him another. Oh, isn't that a long time? No. It's a joke. Laugh. I don't wanna. If I laugh, it'd be basically like me laughing at you. Huh. Answering with a greater joke instead of simply laughing. You really are a jester. A greater joke? Send one more his way. My existence. My predicament and existence together are the greatest joke in all history. I know this and I've missed half of it. Stop. Such a soft lad. Tilt my head regarding. Keep leafing through my head book for the memory of another like you, but I'm finding nothing. And I have so many memories, did you know? So many travels, delights, regrets. A boy shouldn't be so soft, the world's so rough it'll shape him ugly. Angrily breathing, the boy eases into his arms once more. Or was it a rough place? If you don't know Morse, then maybe this world's a little... Sorry, maybe this world's also soft now. I'll explain it to you. Where I was raised, in my moor, that was quite rough. You know why I laughed earlier when you mentioned souls? You know why I joke of souls? He blinks. So many of us fiends are so obsessed over souls. It's just extraordinary souls, not remarkable ones like the ways yours feels. Have to look for those mature spirited humans, their souls heavy with character and experience. He closes his eyes. A newborn soul, for example, won't do anything for you. It's special though, yes. A newborn soul is quite pure. Quite pure, really. Its back rises and falls. I'm just going to skip that. Exquisite. Took a chestnut at his hair, bounces off to the ground. He doesn't even flinch. I look into the fire, gaze into the fire. The fire. There's stupid things inside it. Yes, these stupid things. For a flash of a moment, I consider returning to ash, but doing so would break my act. So break my pack. No, it wouldn't. It still won't. We'd still rather burn this thing. This boy. Alas, I should have grabbed him while I was at edge. It was so simple. Or do I need his agreement to exchange his life for mine from the circle? Am I forgetting? Am I forgetting the conditions? This boy be damned for rekindling hopes in me. Pressing my hand into my face, angry and lovely, and glaring at my parted fingers. I rebound. I could just lunge out here. I could just lunge out from here and take him. I'd do it, I would. I growl, my body still feels the sensation when I'm having to force myself through the barrier. I'm searing into my marrow, the bulging of my eyes, and still I would. Still lunge out from here. I'd do bloody well to do it thrice to get out of this blighted circle. Why didn't I just grab him before? He was at the edge. Why didn't we pull him in and take him? I've forgotten so much. Oh God. God to heaven. Cry to heaven. What? Is this right? Having passions? I want him to die. I want him to leave, but not anymore. Is this a passion? Passion, I want to die. I bite my tongue again, there's blood and drown myself in it. Nails in my wrist, tearing and digging and tugging. I like my bleeding throat again. Minding silence every day. What's a day? 2 days. What a days, man. What a months, what a years. I've been here centuries. Centuries. A little longer than centuries. Quiet settles in and the wind dashes the leaves. Scraping leaves, scraping leaves. Scrape, howl, raindrops fall again and again. Embers in my hands, smoke. Sometimes I scream just to hear a voice again. What happens in my life? My jaw is quaking, my eyes are warm. I wish you hadn't come here. Taking my hands from my face, I look at this peaceful. He's so peaceful, so peaceful. Come. Wake up! Throwing up a chestnut I'm missing. Wake up! And another. Teeming her. See this body, it doesn't grant the bloody piece of sleep. Take a handful and toss it. I haven't slept a minute, bastard son of a bitch, you pence whore. I haven't slept a second. I've been always awake. 2 days, you metal wretch. I only have been here 2 days. I drink a pub dry. Damn you, Newman. It's dead. I'll find you and spit in your grave. plant an orange tree there, you rat bastard. And throw, missing and missing and missing. Hate you. Hate. You're sobbing now, a fiend sobbing. Why? Drop my arms to the ground, crying in shakes. For the life of me, I can't remember a time ever crying. I'm feeling dizzy. I'm always dizzy when I wake up. Mouth's dry too, it's pretty awful. I smack my lips, rub my eyes. I'm still kind of tired. Why was I tired? Oh yeah, I got lost along the way to the Dales. Told Ma I didn't need that horse. He's so dumb. Would have been better just walking alone. Spooked by a damn partridge. Seriously, he must have bolted about half a mile before bucking me off. Open my eyes, it looks like fog. I rub them again and notice the lady from before sitting in front of me. Is she asleep? Miss, you asleep? No. I figured just since her eyes were closed and all. I can't sleep. Look at her weird and flinch, something rolling out my hair. Drops on the ground, it looks like a shell. It's one of the chestnuts. Why are these in my hair? I ruffle up the top of my skull and find 2 more chestnuts and a burr. What, did he throw these at me? Look at her, an arching eyebrow. Cheeks are wet, her nose is red, her ears are low. She looks like one of my kid brothers after falling off a curb. Can't really think of what to tell her. Maybe I'll just say what I always say. Did you do something bad? Tell me the truth. Piss off. Yikes. She's in that mood again. Listen, if you got mad because what did I just say? She said that like a fact instead of a question. I freeze up. Piss off. What'd I do? I thought I was being nice. You wanted me out of here? Keep staring at the floor. I'm a little scared now. What time is it? Does it look like sunset? It's not yet sundown. I don't think I can leave. But the deal. Leave. If I mess up the... Leave. What am I supposed to do? I don't want to leave. If I mess up a deal with a fiend, I'm going to hell. Or even worse. Oh man, it's worse. I can't just walk out. Maybe she's... You're kidding. Oops, I don't want to say that. God, it was quiet. See, my eyes are shaking, looking at her leaf pile. Because there aren't any chestnuts in it. The deal was that she had to toss the chestnuts to me, and she did that sorta. I'm out of luck here. I can't leave, lady. It's lady now? Sorry, God. Leave. I want to be leaving. Walking out here and be damned, villain. Just look at her. I'm biting my teeth together. My heart's going wild. Burn in hell, dogs, where you belong with all the blasted foul creatures of your ilk. Calm the hell down. She picks up her head from her arms and glares at me. Just calm down, alright? Calm down already. You really are an idiot. Well, you're crazy. What the heck are you mad at me? Why'd you even talk to me, lady? What do you want? You're lonely, right? That's it, right? She starts standing up. Well, I'm not going to let her look at me. Sorry, I'm not going to let her look that far down on me. I'm standing up too. I even step up to her. I ain't letting her get the better of me. I ain't got no problem scrapping with you, lady. I'll knock your block off. And you just swore against my family. I ain't gonna stand for that, alright? Of course, I'm quaking in my boots while I say this. No, I swore against your race. I gulp and frown. Your miserable, sin-hearted race. Know what I'd do if I got out of this circle? She steps forward, I step back. Yes or no? No. She leans forward. Just before I guesses the barrier, I feel her breath on my face, cold and warm. Kill the whole lot of them. Kill the men, kill the women, kill the babies, ladsies and lads like you. If I was you, I'd drive my hands into that gut, wrench out their innards, string by string, and set them on fire. I'm crying a little. I'm sorry, okay, I don't know what happened to you. I just want to know and be nice. And she leans back and standing up straight and breathes out. I swear I see flames coming out of her mouth airy. Are you scared? I nod fast. Why? I can't touch you, see? All of a sudden she pushes her hand towards my face. Eyes widening, I open the body, looking at what am I seeing? I am trapped before here. The skin's burning off the bright yellow glow. I see a muscle charred black, turning inside out, fire blazing all over her hand, as white in there, the bones. I can't watch. Watch! I turn back away. I turn back from turning away. Your blood's evaporating. She grimaces and tears up the sides of her eyes. One drops rolling down her cheek. Her hand shoots back to her like it's spring-loaded. I can't believe understand. Do you follow sod for brains? She holds up this twisty stuff sticking to her wrist. This right here, this is what I've known too long. Her hand starts coming back together and melted apart, splitting, and the bones getting covered back up. This popping noise with everything. I go green in the face. I can't kill your people, but I want to. But I can't. Sorry, but I won't be allowed to leave here, follow. What? Why are you trapped here? Would you believe me if I said it was a punishment? If I said it was an accident and unjustly imprisonment? Whatever I say, whatever you believe, it doesn't matter. I've been trapped here before the world even had the concept of your maw. I was trapped here long ago. So for reasons that no longer matter. I don't think you're speaking honest with me. What's that? Told you before, you need to calm the hell down. I swallow, hold my fists tight. How do I get you out of here? She can't believe what I'm saying, me neither. But I'm still gonna say it. She shakes her head. You've lost it. I shake my head. Nah, I still got it. I know what I just asked you. Tell me how to get you out of there. If you haven't lost it, you've never had it in the first place. I expected as much. You're touched, aren't you? Like, I got no idea what you're saying, but I'm still thinking straight. I'm dropping your G's. Check your trap already. Hush and listen, you rude little pest. I shut my trap. You even know what you're saying? Remember what you're talking to. I just think that I didn't just mess them up. Huh? I did not just mess up the men who raped her. I tore my nails hot into their eyes and tore off their faces. Sorry, I bore my nails. That's not all I did. When I first saw her lying there, body only warm for the body, warm only from the bodies of others, with and eyes with no spark in them, I set the den where she died to flame. I came upon all who lived in her town and murdered them. I torched their homes and pulled ribs from their chests. Crushed their heads and snapped their bones. Stripped off their flesh, and if I could torment them, I did it. And in case you're wondering, you're all the same to me. I killed all kinds of you. One kind. Human, sex, age. I didn't pay any mind when I slew them. Holy shit. Soon they gathered at the centre of the town where I first caught sight of her, as if to mock me, so I melted them all to earth slowly. On the night she died, I erased that town from the records. All my fighting spirit's gone. Why'd you tell me that? You asked. I didn't. What? You didn't have to tell me that whole story. You're right, I didn't. But didn't you want to know? What the hell is wrong with you? I'm a fiend. Holy no, that's bull. Is that why you got put here? No. Really? Yes. Holy shit. I've done so many things in my life. Some things admirable, other things despicable. I've put a curse on a family for all their generations, saved a gag while saved from the tyranny of their fellow man. I've ruined a marriage, I've restored another, I've slaughtered a town and rescued a child. I've done so many things. And all of those I've mentioned, not one of them are the reason I'm here. You forgot? Oh no, I remember quite clearly. But as I said, the reason no longer matters. I just don't get it. You wanted me to save you, right? I swore that's what you wanted. But now you're telling me all these mixed up things, what heck am I supposed to think? What the heck do you want? You gone. I breathe out my nose and close my eyes. Nah, there's no way. I shake my head again. You gotta be lying to me. I don't think it's all that complicated, sure, but I know when someone's lying to me. What the heck are you lying to me? I know you don't want me to leave. What happened to you? I look at her eyes. How long have you been in there? I don't know. I don't know anymore. You don't know? That's what I said, The hell's up with that? That can't be right. All the fiends have got this knack for knowing the hour exactly, the second it's famous. So what the hell does it mean if they lose it? Hold on. Hey. How much do you love that girl? I hear something click in her throat. She doesn't look like she wants to say. Shut up. I feel bad for her. This is goddamn weird, but she looks so sad. I mean, everything about this lady is sad. I mean it. She's just so damn miserable and pathetic. She's just so... You really don't know how long you've been in there? Yes. I think you've been in there long enough. I don't think you really want to kill anyone. Then you're a fool. Quiet. I've had enough of that joke. Tell me how to save you. I reach out and grab a hand. That hand that got screwed up and healed now. I hold on to it. Come on. She stares at me. She looks at my hand, holds it with both of hers and squeezes. She locks eyes with me. I need to be switched with another life. That's the only way for me to leave. I put on my manliest face. I'm not going to switch with you. Listen. I keep her from saying anything else. I'm going to find another way, alright? What the hell could you do? I'll plant something in your place. Nothing can grow here. I'm a fiend, That's damn right. How am I going to... I shake my head. Doesn't matter. Land's going to be fine once you're out, right? That's what I think. That's what I've read. You just got to believe in me. I look up and notice the sun's... I look up and finally notice that the sun's gone. You don't want me here anymore? I feel that. She's really holding on tight. But believe in me. Let go and I'll save you. She looks at her hands again. Cuts into mine with a nail. Ow! I wince. Dan, come on, don't do this. Look at her face and she's staring at my hand. Let go. Come on. She wouldn't, right. Don't pull me. Stop pulling me. I try to calm my heart, but I'm trying not to lose it. It's hard when she's bringing my arm a little closer, a little bit more. Come on, please. Trust me. She digs her nails into me again. Damn it, ow. Yeah. Please, let me go. Please, come on, let me go. Let me go. I whisper, not thinking about it. My eyes are shut. I'm piss scared. I don't want to get stuck in there. I feel her looking at me and I breathe fast. I'm trying to be calm. I feel my lips moving, bleeding, and after a while, real slow, she does it. Open my eyes, shocked. She lets go of my hand, and she's holding up hers now where mine was. She's about to drop it. I toughen up and grab it again. We make eye contact. Believe in me, got it? She doesn't say anything. I let go of her hand and pick up my satchel from inside her space. We hold a lock. I beg you, don't betray me. Please. I won't betray you, I promise. The walls don't shake, my voice don't boom. I take a step back and another one. And I run out of there. It's cold now, I'm actually shivering. The moon's high and the grass is glowing. It's dark but beautiful. It's quiet like before, like always, right? Just wind and dead leaves. Even animals don't walk through this place. I wonder how long since people did. This is probably the first time that someone's walked back through here with a sapling in hand. Step into the big room and look out. Step into the big room and look out ahead. Rub my thumb over a branch of a tree I'm carrying. I see her on the floor, her hands over her face. I know she can hear me since whenever I move, her little ears flick. Walk forward. Wiping her nose with the back of the hand, she stands up and breathes out loudly. She opens her eyes and I'm kind of surprised when I see them glowing. Stop at the edge of the barrier. She looks at me. You look a mess. Yeah, well... My belly growls and I sniff. Pretty hard to dig out a tree properly with no real tools, especially one like this. both check out the sapling. Isn't that... Yep, an olive sapling. I didn't pick it since I want to make fun of you. Olive trees are strong. Is there anything that's going to take root in dirt like this if it's an olive? Right? Step back, I'm coming in. She does that after a second or two and I walk in her place. Bending down, I hold the olive up to her. Take it. She does that too after thinking about it. I take a sharp rock out of my pocket I picked up outside and stab into the ground with it, cracking the floor. It sticks pretty bad in there, but I can still yank it out. I do that and keep breaking the earth. I feel the lady staring, and I know what she's thinking. Even if I'm a kid, I can still see the soil's pretty bad. My eyes as good as my ma's at that, at least. This lady definitely knows as good as me how it is for growing. If anything grows, it will be with awful chances. Seriously, and olive's the only thing around here that might. Makes matters worse, I ain't got very long before that sapling is as good as dead. Roots are good and all, but it's not... and honestly, I don't know the difference from a good sapling to a bad one. I just sort of went with my gut. So knowing most of that, she's probably just thinking of walking out. That's what's going to happen, right? Two living things get in, only one gets out. But I'm not going to check on her and see if she leaves. It's not that I'm trusting her. I can't trust her, but... this is all I can think of, getting her out without leaving me in, I mean. If I look at her, it shows I'm worried. And that'll mess everything up. So I've got to keep at it, I've got to keep breaking up this spot. I stab and I pull and I dig, clearing out the stones and dirt. I pile up all the dirt next to me. Gonna need it later, bad as it is. After a lot of effort I lean back and look at the hole I made. And then I turn to see if she's still there. And she is. I hold up my hand, she gives me the olive. I take it and open up my satchel, filled with wet, healthy soil gathered whilst gone. I carefully transplant the sapling, putting some good soil over its roots and filling the hole up with a proper mix of the collected stuff and the dirt from the foundation. Careful now, careful with the roots. Okay, it should be good. I take my canteen from my waist and open it up. This is filled with spring water. It took me a while to find that. Honestly, it took me a while to do everything. I feel kind of bad, but I was moved as fast as I could. Anyway, there should be enough here for a healthy first watering that won't drown it. Pour the insides of the bottle over the leaves and plot, screwing it closed when I'm done and putting it back on my waist. That's it. That's it. That's all. I stand up, wiping my sweat away from my brow. Yeah. Both look outside the circle for a while. I give her a look from my side. She's still looking out. Breathe. Step forward. She doesn't move. I leave her side and turn around. We both stare at the olive tree. Did it work? I open mine to ask, but close again when I see her. She's scared. She's at the edge of the barrier and scared. Oh man, I just realised that if just touching her before hurt so much, how would it feel when she pushed her whole hand through? She had a stone face when she did it, but God. I can't say anything to that. I don't know what it feels like, man. Seeing her like that, shaking with fear and panicking, just thinking about moving ahead, I feel my eyes welling up. Try not to cry for her. She loosens up her shoulder and puts her hands over her chest. With her eyes closed, she jerks forward. Her foot passes over the line. My hand's up in the air. I wanted to stop her. I don't want to see that pain anymore. She jerks her foot forward, completely leaving the spot. She steps again, faltering. And again, she walks to me. She lowers herself and just embraces me. I wrap my arms around her. The skin all warms all up over and she nuzzles her face affectionately into my neck, rubbing her nose from my cheek. She just eases into me, weak. I bring up one of my hands and pet her head, crying. It's okay now. I choke. It's okay, right? She just rests on me, taking away any of the nipping cold in my body. She breathes out past my ear. Thank you. I hug her a little closer. I'm sorry. I shake my head, trying not to break down. Can I just stay like this for a little bit? You're familiar. You're strong. Yeah, you can. She brushes her nose on me again and whispers something. I can't hear what it is. She holds me tightly and we don't say anything else. And we're back to the fiend. You're a surprisingly emotional lad. Are all lads like that now? It just really hurt looking at you, that's all. Right. I'm sure that it did, really. I was quite emotional myself. Mother saw me like that. Huh. Wonder if Mother's still alive. When did I last see this place from here? Has it really been forgotten? Yeah, I'd never heard of it. That's a good thing. I think that's a good thing. What was it like here? Did you like it? It was normal. Extraordinarily normal. So normal in fact that I had to file down my horns just to get around. What about your ears? My ears? What about them? Didn't you have to hide them? No, I didn't have to. I only looked fiendish with my ears, like an unfortunate halfling. It little bothered anyone before. If it did, I'd grow my hair long. Huh? As I was saying, this town I might have liked it once. Though when I first came here, I never expected that. No, I never would have expected to stay. Ah, yes. The boy was lost, wasn't he? You have any idea how to get back to your home? Obviously not. Don't get smart. I'll help you there. Really? I can't assure you when we'll find it, but I'll assure you we'll find it for cert. I'll take you there as well. I may as well. You're not going to go travel? I chuckle. This should be enough of a journey after standing so long. We'll camp by the Eastwood Spring for tonight. You know, the one on the east, it's still there? Yep, it's probably the same one I'm thinking of. Can you fish at all? Not without a rod, no. Then I'll fish for you, but you'll have to prepare it. Can't do everything for you. Well, what time is it? You asked me what the time? Sorry, just so out of it. Since I leaned on you earlier, you can lay on me while you're asleep. I'll keep you warm. He glances at me briefly and looks pensive, shuts his eyes. I'll do that. He opens them again, keep them their stare from me. Thank you. I smirk at him. What should I even think? I thought this wouldn't happen. Huh? Am I actually asleep, dreaming? If you are, that'd be weird for me. I'm glad you stayed. I laugh. I'm glad you're a fool. Huh? Really, I am. I can't say it enough. Ah, it's alright. Don't consult with any fiends other than me. Got it. I honestly feel like this isn't real. But I know it is. Let's go then. My mind has become so lucid since I've been freed. Bright, so bright that it nearly blinds me, but I can tell. I am happy. And that is the end of that, I believe. I must admit that was a little hard to try and narrate that, trying to go between the voices. It took me a while to realise that the very slight colouring was indicating who was speaking at times. So I got a bit lost, and I must admit I stuttered a bit here and there. Hope people not minded, but yes. The sun shines a different way now, different from all the ways I've seen it before. I thought I'd seen them all, but this one's different, much more pleasant. Watching it come this morning, with him resting at my chest, I was profoundly serene. Having him calmly there, though, the moonlight made it better than any other time. And now and more, brimming with life, that's where I'm going, to guide him free of charge. And after that, who can say? The world has changed, aye, greatly changed. It doesn't feel at all the same. My friends have died, I can tell that from the air. Dead, and I could not wish them farewell. My kin too are dead. On this path, breathing fresh from the winds, I can feel these things. And new things. Fiends still roam, though no one alive. No one I know alive. No one. But this boy here. I think that by him being here, there is company. I want to keep with him, if only from afar. I want for his life to go well. And as for mine, when he's gone, I'll think I'll go too. Perhaps it's not the best use of the time he returned to me, but I am tired. Tired, I can stay awake a little longer. So I wasn't expecting her to go, well, I'll stick around for him for as long as he lives and then probably end myself. I was expecting her to go, yeah, then I'll go see what's else in the world. But immortality kind of sucks. I mean, it's one of those powers that everyone thinks is amazing, but if you've got immortality and you've got no way of ending yourself, well, sooner or later you're going to be trapped in a situation like that, where you are just simply trapped, unmoving, unending, and possibly in constant pain, either mentally or physically, or both. But yes, this has been a very nice little game. It certainly had a few twists and turns, and it was very well written. I think I'm going to go and donate to this one. It's only 79 pence. It's certainly worth it, and the effort is very obvious of what they've put in. But thank you for watching. And before we go, let's just have a quick click on the extras. As you can see, we have illustrations, guest art, concept art, a jukebox, and again the credits. So here's all the scenes from the game. A little bit of the guest art we saw during the credits. Odds and ends of the concept art. But I'm sure if anyone wants to see any more of that, it's free on Steam and you can play it yourself. Thank you once more.